Hey there, book club. I want to tell you today about a book called Spellslinger. This is actually book 1 in a 6-book series. Book 1 is Spellslinger, 2 is Shadow Black, 3 Charmcaster, 4 Soulbinder, 5 Queenslayer, and 6 Crownbreaker. This is the Spellslinger series by Sebastien de Castell. I really wanted this to be amazing. I've had this series on my TBR. It's so big I call it Mount TBR for a while. I pre-purchased the first 4 books, and I was just waiting for the perfect time to jump in and have some fun reading the book. I mean, the name of the book, Spellslinger, that just sounds cool. The covers are cool. Now, this isn't my favorite cover. There's a cover of these playing cards covers that look like characters from the story on playing cards. Those are really cool. These ones are all right, but those ones are the other cool. But anyway, those book covers are cool. The name is cool. The blurb on this book: magic is a con game. I mean, seriously, you had me sold at magic and card game. I was sold. I took the bait and swallowed and ended up with a hook stuck in my throat, thrashing around wishing I could get off. And no, that might be a little too dramatic, but I did like that metaphor is something I think sounds good, so I think I'll just go with it. Anyway, I knew Sebastien de Castell from the Greatcoat series, and when I wrote about that series, I wrote all about this cool story that was bogged down by things like repetitive plots, forced resolutions, out-of-place language. So I guess I really shouldn't have been surprised with what I found in Spellslinger. I mean, the guts of this story was as fun as advertised. It's YA. There are the expected YA elements there. There's a fish out of water, teenager, coming of age story at the most unfortunate time. There's first love, there's fighting against the man, magic powers, trials to prove your skills, wise mentors, sidekicks to provide comic relief, witty dialogue. It's a recipe for success that works over and over and over and over again, usually. Because the same problems that sunk the Greatcoats are here in Spellslinger, and they just made me want to claw my eyes out. Now, first I call it a YA, but it's actually written very junior YA. I mean, I'd almost call it middle grade, except for the very frequent use of like those second-tier language words, not the 4-letter ones, but like the 3-letter ones, and those kind that are PG words, but you wouldn't expect to find them in a middle grade book. Anyway, there was even a more harsh swear word in book 2. But anyway, not necessarily the point. It's just that it's written as if it's middle grade, but has this language in it, so I'm not really sure what to do with it. And additionally, there's this strong parental betrayal element of the story that could actually be quite challenging for some, particularly young readers. And then the plot resolutions, again, just like in the Greatcoats, are super repetitive, super overpowered. They use the exact same magic trick every single time, and every single time, no matter how powerful the bad guy, the good guys manage to win and not die. I mean, okay, it made Scooby-Doo fun, but it made Spellslinger just really annoying. I could go on. I won't. Those 2 points sum up my biggest gripes pretty well. Now, I will give the audiobook a mention here, though, separate from the book. It was horrible. I mean, for the first time I ever actually used Audible's generous return policy to get my credits back for the 2 audiobooks I purchased and read. I often use the combination of audio and ebook when I read, but the poor audio performance of this might actually have tainted my overall opinion of the book, which isn't actually fair to the author. It's more a jab at the publisher for making it sound like a children's book with swearing and violence. Anyway, I'm actually curious to see if my teenagers will enjoy these stories, because it's just they weren't all bad. It's just they were bad in ways that rubbed me the wrong way. So if I discover there are teens who enjoy them more than I did, I'll be happy to amend my comments about it. In fact, have you read Spellslinger? Did you enjoy it more than I did? If you did, let me know. I read the first 2 books. I'm not going to continue unless someone tells me that I should. From what I can tell by the other reviews, I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, maybe you'll enjoy it. I'm interested in your thoughts. This is Spellslinger by Sebastien de Castell. Happy reading, everyone!